Boy, they had that fucking girl telling the police I didn't get shot. What happens in a situation like that? Like, what happens in a situation where there's evidence is coming out to say that, you know, you could be rough with it, man. You're a wrestling man. Pull it down.
I don't want to break it.
You won't break it. But what happens in a situation where evidence comes out that the person that they have convicted it doesn't look like he's the victim, is the suspect?
They have to reverse the situation and send him out free, and then he has a choice to sue, which I would sue the shit out of them. I'd stay in Canada, not do no more tours in America, turn my back on America. I would just turn my back on America. I wouldn't even go back to that motherfucker. Because they had the whole world believing that this Canadian kid shot a mega blood clot superstar. He's a mega superstar too, you know. So a mega superstar was so stupid to shoot another mega superstar for foolishness. And the world believed it. They're like, oh, everyone was smashing. Yo, fuck that nigga. Yo, he's a goof. He shot a girl. And, yo, we don't get down like that in New York, or we don't get down like that in California. Yo, what the fuck? You think that Toronto niggas get down like that? On a move on a bomber clot, man. A bunch of folly ranking people you have on a bomber clot America where you do foolishness. Way worse. And you're friggin', you know what I'm saying, trying to point the finger at a little man. But look at your Puff Daddy people. You're African bomber clot people. Go point the finger upon them batty boys there. Pedophiles.
Has there ever been in your remembrance, like in your memory, has there ever been a situation like this out here on a lower scale?
A man shooting a girl?
And well, obviously accused of shooting a girl, but it wasn't true. I know there's obviously shit like that happening, but like, has there been a case like that? You know, in your, I don't remember anything like that per se. Obviously, I know women lie on men. It's obvious, but
yeah, women lie.
Yeah.
Women are dangerous. Eh? A woman can tell some fucking lie, and they'll lie on you, and you're guilty until proven innocent. You have to fight for your innocence.
It's not like that in other places.
No.
Other places, the man is like, you know, has the last say. But I mean, is that even, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't feel that's even good either. I don't think there shouldn't be any, I guess a man over a woman or a woman over a man. It always should be like, well, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about it?
Man is superior to woman. There's no going around that. We are superior to women. A woman's going to say, well, no, shut up. Go move the fridge and come talk to me. Woman is not equal to man. You want to go religiously speaking, Bible. Look at the Quran. Are any of the prophets women? No. The people who could rule countries, are they women? No. Women are the backbone of society, don't get it twisted. But they're not equal. We're not equal. Like, there's no way in history, this is what's causing the problem. This feminism business that's making women feel like they can talk to you any which way they want to, and when you box them down, they want to call the police because they're running off their mouth like they're the same size as you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They began to think and believe the hype. They see these little sexy reds whores on TV. You know what I'm saying? They feel like that they could talk to you any which way. We don't need no man now, no. And Glorilla and these little fucking shake their ass tattooed up bitches that don't have no goddamn sense and are changing the mind frames of little children. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They don't understand that in the pocket of what they are doing with their narcissistic, naked ass monkey business selves, that they're making the entire world is watching because of YouTube. So when you punch in black girls on fucking YouTube, you're probably looking at or black women. The first thing you're gonna see is like Glorilla or one of these fucking monkeys dancing around, shaking their ass and talking shit. So if I'm a Chinese man, right, from China, and my son says to me he wants to be with a black woman, I'm gonna say, have you lost your fucking mind? Look at what they do. They're whores. They don't have nothing to offer you. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They're probably not even clean. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm an Indian man from India and I look at these women that are in America that are claiming to be, I'm a feminist, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They can't do nothing for you. They want to have children and have maids, right? And have people that attend to them to do all this other monkey shit. So, like, these women are crazy right now. They're not equal to man. There's no way in hell. And it's what they don't understand is that the way their behavior is now, there was a reason why that men suppressed women's behavior, because they knew a day like this would come and when they're gonna act like they rule the world, and they don't rule shit. Women don't rule the world. What part of the world do they rule? Okay, yeah, they have the laws of the land right now are helping them out a lot. Like in Canada, women have children and they get child baby bonus checks, which like in other parts of the world you don't get that. But now, and they're easy to get assistance from the government. I think that's America too, right? But when the government tends to lean towards them to give them these things, it makes them lazy, it makes them incompetent, and it makes them mentally sterile to not even want to do nothing of a grandeur state, right? So most women you see in the hood, they stay in the hood. And then the mentality of the hood mentality, which is not a good mentality, it's poor. Anything poor is not good. Poor food, poor education, poor health, poor wealth, and nothing poor is good. So when you're stuck in the hood and you want to stay in the hood and you want to stay on the assistance of the government and you don't want to do it for yourself, that's never a good situation. So these narcissistic bitches are like, who are on TV, on YouTube, they're putting out all this crap to let the women that are in the hood feel empowered because they have money that's coming from children. But they're supposed to really take the money, like a baby bonus check should be in a child's account in their name. If these women who have children that are 20 years old now had kept the baby bonus checks all the days of their lives for the kids and not spent none of it on their nails, on weave, fake hair, fake any goddamn thing, on their goddamn McDonald's, if they kept the money and kept it in a bank account for the child would have a head start. But no, that's not what they want to do. They want to have a child for somebody, argue with the man, whether the man's right or wrong, argue with the man, not try to work it out with the man. They don't want to work out nothing for themselves. They don't hold no accountability. Then they keep the man out the house, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, he might be not doing nothing that's cool. He's not doing nothing, kick him out, yes? But then try to do something for yourself that's going to benefit your child in the future. You want to take on another man and breed for the man for a Happy Meal and extra fries and extra Coke.
Hold that thought. What would be the issue here? Like, I mean, let me pull it back. So you have a problem with women saying that collecting a check is lazy, yada, 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 and they're not equal to men and yada, 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 but they should do something for themselves. But then I feel like it's a contradictory thing, because it's like, how much do you believe in gender roles then? How do you expect a woman to be a woman in today's society and still still have a woman feel like a man should be an authority, especially in the days where men, they don't even look like they should be an authority. And I'm talking about just physical look, physical appearance, physical dress. Like, how does a woman respect that and put their faith in a man when a man can't do for them? When they have to do for everybody, when they have to do for their single child, or when their baby father walks out or their husband walks out on them. Like, how does that work? And you expect them to do this, that, and the third with whatever means they have and still try to survive and yada, yada, yada. Like, the world is not as simple as like, yo, you should just, you know what I'm saying, hold the baby bonus check for 20 years and then boom, they have a head start. Like, that's everybody. I wish that for everybody. I wish people can do that. There obviously are ways to work around that, right? but like it's not realistic in this time.
Let me give you an example of why I say this, right? You have women in the hood right now that have 7 kids, 7 different men right now in the hood. They're collecting $5,000 a month. Their goddamn rent is only $400 fucking dollars, right? And it's been like that for 10 years. Take the goddamn baby bonus check and put it in your child's account. Your fucking rent is $500. Buy your groceries, right? Cook the goddamn food, right? And stop acting like you want to fucking go to dance every blood clot Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Stop buying the Ross Clot McDonald's. It's a lot of money, McDonald's, right now. Stop buying the Ross Clot Tim Hortons. Stop it. Like, learn to control yourself. Have self-control and discipline. What I'm saying is a good thing because I'm telling you that the household, right, is controlled by the woman. See, if the woman has no self-control, guess what the children have? No blood clot self-control. Whether a man is in the house or not, the woman has to have self-control and have the household in order, right? That's gender role. Woman's supposed to control the house. The man comes in and brings what he's supposed to bring to the table to keep things up full. But the majority of shit in the house, the woman has to keep it up and it has to give people chores and give them, you know what I'm saying? And the man brings in the discipline, right? But women don't want to do that no more. They want to just, yeah, I'm done. Okay, you know, I had babies, you know, my skin, my stretch marks, and, you know, I want to get my weave done, my nails done, and go up and down on Ross Clot, flirt with Tom, Dick, Harry, sometimes Larry and Barry. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no focus. They don't know. They don't understand what legacy is and bringing forth your children to make an impact on society, a progressive, positive impact. They don't care about that. They just care about their damn nails and their hair and going on trips and doing monkey shit. I'm not saying the men are good right now. The men are like some little sissies. Most of them. They don't know what it's like to bring home money. But again, it was taught though, because if a woman's gonna fight, and I'm telling you right now, because the women are being so crazy and hard to deal with, and damn near impossible to work with, disagreeable to work with, because they think they know everything. After 10 different men run up in their hole, and they say to themselves, "Shit," and their kids are watching, you know. So you have daughters, and you have 10 different men running up in your hole, and your daughters get older and say, "Yo, what the hell did you do with yourselves?" Like, so your children now either are gonna follow that bad example you set, or
They're gonna never want to be like you.
never want to be like you. And it's hard to never want to be like someone that you. That's why your influence was the whole time. The swearing, the carrying on, the cussing, the outbursts of rage, the narcissistic tendencies, the no accountability, the blaming the finger, the divide and conquer. They divide and conquer their kids in the house.
That's facts. That's wrong. I don't like that shit.
They do that all the time.
Yeah, no.
I said poor women who get poor people's money, right? Who don't save the money. Every other blood clot race, you know, that gets baby bonus. You know they put it down for their kids. Majority of them.
That would make sense.
It only makes sense, but
Yeah.
but for some reason the porch monkey them don't want to do that blood clot. It's nails.
It's a blend, but it's
bro.
a weird mix.
I'm in the hood, so I see what it is. They are not doing nothing with the money. They don't even care. They're struggling, right? But they don't know how to discipline themselves. So there's a thing when you struggle, right? When you struggle and you know you have to be accountable for a certain amount of money for a certain time, then you have to have discipline, right? Even if out of the baby bonus check you take $50 and put it down for the picnic. For 20 years. Put something down. But I'm saying put the whole thing, because if the government of Canada wasn't giving it to you, you'd have to find another way to do it, right? You have to work. You have to do something if you have no man. And you wouldn't be so quick to run a man out the house. The goddamn government is your crutch. Right?
That's a good point. That's a fucking really good point. Because if they weren't so reliant, if some people weren't so reliant on certain things that they get, they wouldn't be so fast to break up a home. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the man is bringing in some sort of money into the situation. Yeah. That is a good point.
It's disgusting.
What do you tell somebody, a young lady, a sister of yours, a a friend, family friend, she comes to you, she's tired of life, like you said, 7 kids, no support system. You know what I'm saying? You see the issues of blowing her money or not investing in herself or not investing in her kids and just really in a down state. How do you tell that person to fix themselves? Like, what are the steps?
I say that this is now an intervention and people don't understand that. When you're having a conversation with a woman that had 7 kids, 5 different baby fathers, it's no longer a situation where you're just having a conversation. It's an intervention. If you're trying to help them, it's an intervention. So you gotta ask them how much their bills are, what are their bills a month, how much is their bills. You ask them how much money they pull in from the government. Then you ask them how much you pull in for yourself. And when you say they have nothing for themselves, that part has to change. Even if you're selling goddamn curry chicken from the ghetto, and everyone could come to your house and knock your door for curry chicken alone with white rice, sell something. Become independent. There's no independent from the block where I'm from. Like, women were cooking. The women that are 70 years old now, between 70 and 90, 65 and 90, they had their own things. Like in Dower, they would have one woman would be cooking fried fish, and you go to the house only for fried fish. One would be cooking fish soup, and you only go to the house for fish soup. Next one house would have selling weed, right? And you only go there for Sensimilla weed from Westmoreland. That weed you're getting it in foil, okay? And that's what you're getting. So everybody had their own hustle, and it was respected, right? These women nowadays don't even hustle. They don't have no drive.
What if their hustle is different though? Their hustle, like them time there, their hustle was, like you said, cooking for the community, you know what I'm saying? Being there for their needs. Like, the hustle now has changed. Like, I know some women where their hustle is going to the telly, or I'm selling a little food, and I'm talking about dope, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, working at the strip club, or a bar girl, or you know what I'm saying? Is that technically the same in your eyes, or is that totally different?
That's whoring out yourself for money that you're not even guaranteed to get. What you're guaranteed to get from cooking food is hungry belly people coming to you with at least $5 to $10 to buy a plate, right? Just do it consistently. Know yourself. Know your strengths and your weaknesses, right? You can't rely on your body to run like a damn gas station and then you say, oh, I did it for my kids, or I did it to go to college. Get out of here with that. You don't have to do none of that. You can do anything else. That's only one little avenue, right? And if everyone wants to be a stripper, who's going to be buying? Who's going to be buying? I hear strippers and whores crying, oh, I can't sell. Because drugs isn't selling right now. Nothing's selling right now. No one has money. So you can't even sell your front. You're going to be selling your front for Burger King is what the fuck you'll be doing, right? So right now I'm telling women who have 7 kids, 5 different baby fathers, right? And the baby fathers are not helping them, fine. Here's what you do. You start organizing and budgeting yourself. You have to budget. You have to be disciplined in the budget, though. And you can't go over the budget because, right, which means anything that you have that's fake, leave it alone. There's no need for it. Like I said, black women don't love their natural selves no more. They look in the mirror and they hate themselves, you know.
That's facts.
They want fake hair, fake eyelash. They wear makeup. You know what makeup is? To make up what you're not. You're making up for what you don't feel like you're perfect. So you have to make up
what you lack.
That's what makeup is. That's what they call it, makeup.
You know.
Right? And it's just fake body, fake titty, fake eyelash, fake blood clot. You shave off your real eyebrow to put in blood clot fake painted on or stitched in rascal ink in your fucking face. Oh, I don't like my body's not perfect. I'm gonna get some tattoos. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I mean, like, there's too much things that you're wasting your money on to do bull crap. You think you're fucking Vybz Kartel's in a Vybz Kartel video about you look pretty like a coloring book. Move your bum buckle. Stop wasting your money on fuckery. These women are tattooing man name on their body and not staying with the man for more than 6 months. They're retarded. I said the R
whose
word.
fault that is? I think that's the man's fault, though.
No.
I think that's the man in society's fault, and obviously, I think it's the man's fault. It's the man dictates the woman's look of that time period. Like, if you go all the way back to centuries, like the the things that they wanted were big things, like way past in that era. Like all the things were like murky, big women. I love big women. Listen, I like big women, but like they were murky, big women. Then you go into like decades after, then it becomes more the slim girls, little tits, little bum. You know what I'm saying? Pretty fierce. And then later on, it becomes more of like the fitness girl, like say the 80s, those fitness girls with the spandex, and you know what I'm saying? They're hip and they look cool. To the 90s, it's the dance girls with the, especially the black women with the they still have that 80s look, but it was more advanced, it was more developed. But now when the video model girls phase came in, it was more of like you know, like nip tuck shit, you know what I'm saying, like boob enhancements, and you know what I'm saying, and like it comes to that, like it's, I feel like, but it's the man at the end of the day that's saying, hey, this is the beautifulest girl of the century, or this is the beautiful girl of the decade. Then they want to be like that girl. All the women want to be like that girl. You know what I'm saying? It's the man. I feel like it's the man's fault. But obviously you don't feel like that.
Women are vain, right? So you put a girl who they think is pretty in front of them. They're not going to say it, but they're immediately jealous, and they want to do what they're doing. And but I can do it better in their mind. So women are vain, right? They worship vanities. Women, they take. Women don't give it. Well, some women, but they do give, but they're women by nature are takers. They take hood, they take money, they take, you know what I'm saying? They take everything, good and bad. They take on the likeness of a man, or what a man wants. So what you're saying is correct to a certain extent, because the big girl thing is still in Samoa. You think you're gonna go to Samoa and find a skinny girl, and a man don't want that skinny girl. You go to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Samoa and go scoop up all the little slim ones that they don't want. And I'll take them all. I'm going to Samoa. Yeah? You go to Tonga. They don't want no slim girls. They want big girls. You know why? Because they're not influenced by the Western Hemisphere. The Western Hemisphere gave you rock and roll girls in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, blonde hair, blue-eyed, white girls with tight jeans, flat body, tits, and a bag of makeup on their face. And black girls weren't about that life at that point. But what happened now was it merged. When rock and roll merged with hip-hop through Aerosmith, Rick Rubin, Run DMC, things started to change. And the vanity, it shifted from rock and roll to rap music. And now rap became the face of vanity. So, like, you know what I'm saying, the big ass earrings, people started, like, you know what I'm saying, looking at the woman and saying, ooh, da-da-da-da.
And so to cut you, with the hip hop era now and the streets aspect of it, and who are these street niggas around? These prostitutes. So it just comes back into prostitute dressing, prostitute wear, prostitute things, because that's who these guys had in the video. They had streetwalkers and they got them that looked like, oh my God. But those girls became the vain ones for the squares and be like, oh my God, she's so pretty. In my opinion, anyways, I think that's how I just goes right back to the streets.
In the 80s, the women weren't dressing like that. It was MC, the people that you had was MC Lyte, Roxanne Shante, JJ Fad would wear tights. It was Two Live Crew that would have Nick Boomer, the pimping thing. It was Luke and a Chinese Jamaican youth. I can't remember his name. Two Live Crew with all that booty shaking shit. And that's what made people say, Bomba Katawaran. Right? They had the whores and the strippers and the dancing shit. It wasn't the rappers. Rappers were, every woman was clothed and they looked fly. They were wearing fly clothes, covered and shit. You know? Dancehall was also fly because everyone was making their own clothes.
Yes,
right?
yes. That's different. Like, I wouldn't put that out. Yeah, they were creative. Yes.
Exactly. In the 80s.
Yeah.
90s came, it started to change a little bit, but it was still hip hop. So you had like
there was a good blend.
it was a good blend, but it
Yeah.
wasn't whoring. The whoring started coming when even if you look at the Wu-Tang videos, the women are covered, you know.
Yeah.
And if they're not covered, they're tastefully showing their skin. So you can't say it's a whore. You have to say it's a girl that's Earth. That's one of the gods, right? You couldn't call that a whore. The whore started coming in when
The gangster rap with like Easy in them. West Coast, 40s.
I can't even say that. It's Beer Man in their video. I never see no girls in Eazy-E's videos. They were covered. And Ice Cube, the women were covered. It wasn't Ice-T. Ice-T's wife, Darlene, that was his wife. You know what I'm saying? There was no whores.
All since then, Coco?
Yeah, not Coco. I'm talking about Darlene.
Oh, the first is
she's
his first wife?
Coco ain't shit. Darlene is the one they should have kept.
Really?
What?
I never. Well, let me look her up.
You better go look her up. Are you crazy? She's from Guyana and she cooks. And she's naturally sexy. Head to toe. Look at the front cover of his album. You see Power. Look at the Power album. God damn. I used to...
I don't want to know what you used to do, man.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Ice-T's wife.
Listen.
First wife.
Holy the mattress.
Darlene Ortiz.
Yes.
Let me see.
Bad. With a capital B. I was like, this man got rid of her. The whoring thing started coming in like...
Yeah, she is pretty.
Beautiful, man. Drop dead gorgeous. Like, how you leave that?
She's like Spanish.
Yeah, she's the Portuguese Guyanese.
Oh, wow. Maybe they had an issue.
Yeah, it could have been narcissism, but you have your wife walking around naked. You know, what the hell is going to happen? You know?
So was Ice-T the very first inception of Kanye West?
I don't know.
Exposing his partner to the world?
She's a bad girl too, you know, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying? You're not playing with her. Some people will cut you right in your face or put something in your thing and make you dead. But women, right? That whoring thing started coming up around when the South started coming into the rap shit.
Yeah.
I would say. The thing of music went downhill.
So the South, you think the South, the direct influence of the South music, are we talking about like Houston, Atlanta, Florida, like that subset
Florida
of
is
music?
Miami bass music, so that's straight whoring music. Boom, I got your boyfriend. I got that shit. Miami bass music.
Miami bass music.
Yeah.
They're a direct
2 Live
influence
Crew. Yeah.
of how the ladies...
me so horny. Me so horny. That shit. We love
slackness.
you long. There's real living slackness.
Because yeah, I don't remember the East being so slack. Not even like in like a Biggie's first album. I think there was that dick sucking snippet, but it wasn't like on some like Uncle Luke shit.
The dick sucker, it might have been a man sucking him off.
Oh, stop this, man!
That's
stop
serious.
this, man! Stop this! It was soup.
Biggie
I heard it
than
was soup. They were just slurping soup in the studio, cause
Biggie, and then we had beer he-mans around them. What do you call them? Man with woman.
transvestites.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't really even believe that story, to be honest.
You're crazy.
I don't believe
It's just common knowledge. It's not even like it can be denied. It's common knowledge.
Anyways,
The man them are telling me that, okay? So I'm saying, you know who I know already, so it's not even like they're telling me that. Yeah. Yeah.
so okay, going back to the intervention of a young lady.
Yeah, I would intervene and tell them how to budget themselves and then say what you want to get out of life. And the first thing that should come out of their mouth is, I want my children to do this, and this. And if they say nothing according to their children, then I know what kind of person I'm dealing with. If you have 7 children, your goal should be to help, not maintain, help them go to the next level and be a positive, progressive influence in their lives. You can't have 7 children and just let them go wayward and you don't care, you too busy looking at men. This is what happens to these bitches, man. They only think about the next cock that's gonna go inside them. They're not thinking about the future of their children. They don't care. Because they want someone to be like, yo, to fall in lust with them. Because they're vain. They need that attachment of a person, that comfort feeling of, oh, this guy likes me. He likes me. He thinks I'm beautiful. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's probably from trauma from when they were younger. A man probably cheated on them when they were young. But, I mean, they just keep on going with that shit, and the vanity just gets out of hand. So, people might think I'm ripping on women, but no, I'm not. I want y'all to wake the fuck up. men don't really control your destiny. If women say to themselves, "Yo, listen, we're not fucking. We don't want no. We don't want no man that's not gonna support the family structure. We don't want a man that's gonna want to argue with me. Because men argue with women too. Women have men. A lot of these guys now are sissies. They have woman tendencies. They're very emotional, right? And they're not emotional for the right reasons. They want to argue with you about bullshit. Where were you last night? When the woman shouldn't be. You should be very forthcoming with what they're doing. It's just too much trickery, man. Like all these women, the singers and the rappers, are talking about the same nasty, disgusting shit, and it's causing the minds of our people to be retarded. So I keep on saying retarded, but to be like not progressive, man. So I mean, all you have to do is do this: ask a Russian man, would you let your daughter date an African American, what they call African, or a black American, and see what he says. Whether he has money or not. He could be a millionaire, right? Would you want your daughter to date that nigga?
What would they say? I'm curious.
They're gonna say no.
And why?
Because of the bad animalistic behavior, right? You glorify jail. You glorify killing your own people. You glorify being whores. You glorified it. And no one puts a stop to it. No one's not checking nobody. No one's not saying, yo, that shouldn't be, y'all need to stop, slow down. Or, yo, stop singing that shit. Our kids are listening. Like, what are you doing? The whole fact of the matter is the children are watching this shit. And you know that you're talking crap. My pussy's pink, my butthole's brown. Like, what the fuck kind of song is that? Sexy Red, you little pussy wall. Huh? Would you want an 8-year-old girl to sing that shit to a grown-ass man? This is what I'm talking about. This is the behavior. So if I'm from another race and I'm looking at these nigglets over here singing that bullshit, what am I looking at them? They deserve to be put in slaves because they're out of control. And they're not out of control for any good reason. You out there, they were better in the 60s. You know we were better off in the 60s? At least you knew what you were doing. Afros were kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a movement going on, and they loved themselves. A pride movement, the real pride.
Very proud.
Proud.
Yeah, very proud.
Of being whatever the hell you were. And you tried to do good. You had breakfast programs and all the other things. No government was coming in. The government came in with money and people started selling out. That's what happened. And you were easy to sell out. Damn rats. You know what I'm saying? So women need to get themselves together, man, because it's bad. I look in the hood, I'm like this, I shake my head, I'm like, oh my God. You got a 50-year-old woman that wants to listen to Vybz Kartel or listen to fucking Skilly Bang. What the hell are you doing listening to Skilly or Sexy Red? You think you're fucking bitch, you're 50 years old, you're half century years old. So the best thing you can offer is singing a fucking dumbass monkey song to make your little kids or your grandkids sing the same monkey song. You think it's okay? It's not okay. Cut it out.
But what are we supposed to do, bro? Like, I hear you still, but it's like, man, like, the fuck we supposed to do, man? We young at heart. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to, we're trying to evolve yet still be relevant in today's society. Like, what are we supposed to do, man? Like, what if we just like that shit? Like, I know there's genres that will never ever break away from our core, like hardcore gangster rap. No matter who sings that shit is always gonna make me feel like, whoa, like it's like watching a movie to me. Like I don't care if you're fucking 12 singing that shit, I might fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's like, I don't know, when it comes to like a 50-year-old listening to Vybz Kartel, like she missed an important period in her life. She needed vibes. She got it. So why not listen to it now? Like, you know? I don't see that's an issue anymore. That particular thing. I do agree with us presenting a lot of things into the world and when we have control of what we do and us kind of like mitigating how our children behave and stuff. Like, I agree with that because we do have control over that. But at the end of the day, like certain things I think we're just tired and we're getting up there. Like you said, half a century. Like,
well, I'm an old man talking this shit. So at the end of the day, whatever I say has no relevance in nobody's life.
I think no, that's not true. Tell that to 260,000 odd people that agreed with you on a post or disagreed with you on a post. You say relevant stuff. So yes, what you say definitely holds weight. So don't ever think that, even at your age.
I mean, like, I seen where it came from and I see where it went. Right? I seen when we had groups, and I seen there's no groups no more. And the music industry will determine the future of your people, especially if they rely on it. So the Temptations, the Supremes, no more groups. The Wailers, Abyssinians, no more groups. It's all solo artists that, because it's individualism, and there's a lot of us that are not even aware that we're not the same. Even if we're labeled as black, we're not the same. We're not. We don't all come from the same place. If anyone who thinks that we do, they're out of their damn mind. Everybody has different tribes, there's different cultures amongst us. So these are the things that are hindering. But what we all do like, though, we're a people of spirituality, whether it's negative or positive. So anything that moves to a beat, we're gonna like it. But the words on the beat is what's giving the problems, because you can't sing certain songs in certain places.
Facts.
And you can't make no money from singing stupid shit in certain places, right? And it's causing more damage than it does good. Our people are in dire need of a washout. Women especially, because they don't know their place. They don't know that they're supposed to be like controlling the household and having things, and then, right? The men don't know their place. They're supposed to be bringing in. Like if a man leaves his house and comes back with nothing, I'm a man. I practice this. If I go out and I'm on road all day, I bring back something, even if it's an apple. Right? You got to bring back something. You can't leave your house as a grown-ass man, go out for fucking 14 hours and come back with nothing in your hand. What the hell were you doing all day? You tell me I was standing up and about doing nothing. Who cares if nothing else sold? Buy something and bring it back. Get something and bring it back. From the era when we had to go and get things and not play around.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no excuses for what the behavior is at all. And the women singing songs that's complaining about, oh, I hate you, right? I hate you. Oh, I hate you, whatever the hell it is, and this other monkey shit. What are you gonna do? You hate man, but guess what? You want a cock, a warm cock inside you. But you, SZA, I'm talking to you. Ayumi, I talk to you. I sing all these songs about blood clot, how much you hate man, and the man disrespected you, and you can tell by the way you sing, you have mental problems. Go fix your blood clot self. You're singing all this shit for girls to I hate man, and to turn them into friggin'
Lesbians.
carpet munchers. So this,
Which listen, I don't have no problem with no lesbians either, man. The world. What's going on in Guyana, man? Apparently, Gutsy was telling me this 14-year-old young lady died. I guess she got killed in Guyana. What's the scoop on that?
at a hotel. Which one? At a hotel?
I'm not whatever one. Let me.
A little girl, 11-year-old.
Yes, it's the little girl. Yes, that, and everybody's going crazy right now.
Yeah. So she was at a hotel, and she went missing from the pool.
Okay.
And the police, the father, the parents, everyone was looking for her. They passed the pool like a million times. No one saw her in the pool. Then all of a sudden, the body shows up in the pool.
It just shows up in the pool?
Yeah.
After the fact?
During the fact when there's on the search. But
On the search?
Yeah, during the search. So
What?
yes, this is what happened, right? So the people them are saying, yo, how you and she had markings on her skin. Like they said that it looked like a ritualistic. There was trauma to her body, and it was a so the people that owned the hotel they're a form of Hindu, a segment of Hindu people that believe in what's the god's name? They have a different. It's not even Vishnu we're talking about. It's a different god. They're trying to sacrifice onto Margalang or some shit like that. Margalang. That's some name. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I know what it is. I talk with them, and for success, they needed somebody young virgin to sacrifice, and that's what the people are saying. They sacrificed the little girl. So the owner of the hotel was held responsible and his deputy, and then they released him. So the people are burning down the blood clot place right now. The black people are burning down the people for the place, and outraged. Everywhere around the world's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. Now, if that was my daughter,
Get back life. Slap it on the wall of the police then. Or no. Sorry, the hotel owners and
the
shit.
hotel owners, yeah, I'm getting
Like,
them.
there was no cameras or anything. Are they like what like shouldn't there be some sort of surveillance? And obviously it's a pool. This is your establishment. Where is the surveillance to be like
Nothing was recovered and all this other monkey shit.
DNA? Nothing.
I'm like, yo, listen, I'm killing people, so I'm killing and I'm probably gonna snap and start doing some other shit, not just killing. So, yeah. I feel sorry for the mother, the father, the sister, everybody. I feel sorry for that situation. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's disgusting. And yeah, that's what happens. But you gotta watch your children, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta watch your kids for sure, bro. Like you can't leave them unattended.
But it's like an abduction situation. So like you might have just turned your back for a second and she was in the pool with somebody else. And so I don't know what the hell happened. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I might even say that. Can't say that. No. Nope. Yeah. It was bad.
My God.
Really
man.
bad. Disgusting.
Condolences to that family, man. The West Indies is crazy in a whole. You know, it's crazy as hell. Like I was watching a music video. I think it's Swanee, Prince Swanee.
From Trinidad?
Yeah.
Yep.
And like it's like a fucking war zone. He calls it Baghdad. What you call they call Trinidad Baghdad and shit. It's like, bro, like I don't know if they're trying to musically compete with Gaza and that, because when you just look at the front side of the whole thing, like the surface level, it's like, okay, it's a Gaza Baghdad thing. Okay, they want to compete. He wants to be the next cartel. But then when you look at the video and it's just murder here, murder there, running with guns, this, that, and the third, and it's like, my nigga, like Trinidad should be a peaceful place. Like I don't want to have to go back home and think twice. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to go on easy when I'm in San Fernando or fucking Princestown or Point. Like I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to just go on easy and eat some local chicken feed and catch the sun. Like I don't want to think about people gonna run up in my home or something, like because I'm there. Like
Well, guess what? Trinidad is probably battered in Jamaica right now.
yeah.
Facts. Per capita? Lavendel?
I heard about that place. Yeah, I heard that place was bad.
Christ, you can't
It's
go
been
there.
bad though.
Go one way up, one way down.
That's how Lavender is.
And the people at the bottom are working with the people at the top.
Jesus Christ! So they just go in the middle of the meet and just buck shots.
Yeah. When they're ready. They put an army for them. So, yeah, Trinidad's bad. No joke. Tuna Puna, you know what I'm saying? It's over there, it's bad.
I heard about that place too.
Them places are bad, bro.
But how do you, as a government, like, and you know your country is going to the shits, like, do you want to fix that or do you just say fuck it, let them die out? Like, what's the mentality there?
What would I do?
If
Or
you,
what are they doing?
If you were the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago right now, how are you fixing things?
Well, I'm taking the police off the street and forcing them into the military for the same pay. I'm gonna kill. I'm not gonna ask no questions. If I hear that you're a rapist, a child molester, or that's the first thing that's gonna go. You're not getting a trial. I'm gonna kill you, and it's gonna put the fear of God in anybody else who's doing that shit. So the first people are gonna go is the child molesters and the fucking rapists. You're gonna die. There's no trial. Second thing I'm gonna do is the people whose head is chipped and they're killing for no reason. I'm killing you. I'm killing you. I'm not giving you a trial. And if I'm wrong and I'm in it and people are ratting out people for no reason and I'm wrong, then so be it. I don't care. I'm wrong. But guess what? People are gonna get the message very swiftly. Then I'm gonna set a warning. I'm gonna say, listen, up, top, down, bottom, no more war. No fighting. None of that shit. What do you need to keep the peace? What can I do as a leader of the nation to help you keep the peace? Do you need more clean running water? Fine, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna I'm gonna make it so that the place keeps the peace. I'm gonna give you 3 things that you want within reason, and I'm gonna give it to you. And if you guys cause any fight and I find out who did it, I'm executing you. That's all it is.
So like martial law,
Yeah, worse than martial law. I'm dictating it.
dictatorship.
Yeah,
yes.
straight. There's no talking back to me. There's no election. There's nothing like that. If you want me to fix the place, that's the only way to fix it. You have to kill him.
Is that how Fidel Castro ran Cuba?
No,
It was more lax, or more worse?
it was militant. But what he did is he made everybody live on the same level.
Oh, there was nobody higher or lower.
There's no rich, no poor. So everyone got the same pay. Everyone got the same money. Everyone got the same everything.
What's the problem with running a society like that? There's always going to be somebody higher, no?
No, because he himself wasn't living high.
Oh, okay. So he
serious?
was.
It's like
Okay.
Ibrahim Traore is doing the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do that. So what happens now when America saw that, they were like, "Yo, so you guys overthrew the Batista government to do like a communist looking, like a Russia looking shit." But it's not Russia. This way of living has been on when you're tribes and you're in huts, or you're a tribe and you're in the bush, like the Scottish people, right? You're on one level. There's no hierarchy in it. You all have to eat. You all have to do this, and you get paid according to your works, right? This rich and poor shit is called capitalism, right? This is an invention of Zionists and Marxists that want to have the few on top and the majority at the bottom. Why the hell would you want a society like that? That's why everything's so decadent and destroyed right now. The way the world's running right now is because of this capitalistic mindset. You know, it's the supreme vanity, right? So, yeah, I would just run it like that. I'd start killing people. If I'm in Jamaica, I'm licking down people. If you even think to sing a gun song, I'm killing you. You're done.
It's a
I'm
bit extreme.
executing you.
Like extreme.
No, it's not extreme. This is where it starts. You start singing gun shit, guess what happens? You start thinking gun shit.
So what happened? Well, I guess. Yeah, because you put out in the air, it's like the energy. You put out the energy.
I'll give you
in
an
the
example. Rap, hip hop was fun in the 80s. Fun and conscious in the 80s. Early 90s, it got a little wayward with NWA. But they were still keeping it 100.
They were.
Right?
Dire times though in LA. It was really bad over there. Like we can't say like the music reflects what's happening in the world. Like we have to not forget that. So
Yeah.
like what they were speaking about, especially coming from where they come from, that's what they know. Like you can't wrong them for speaking about what they're experiencing still.
What you're saying is correct. But you know what's right and what's wrong. And you know what's being glorified and what's not needs to be glorified. They could have spoken about the other side of the fence. They just talked about one side of the fence. There's 2 sides to the fence, right? So in the early 90s, it changed. It started changing. It went into like popping Cristal and drinking these fucking wearing Versace and, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what did I do? Anyways, so music influenced people's minds. When Mobb Deep came out, everyone started wearing Timbs and hoodies for a long time. When Onyx came out, everybody started shaving their head bald. I saw it in high school. So music influences and dictates the pace of people's mind state and what they're doing.
That's
the
true.
fabric of society. There's no going around that.
That's true, yeah.
when Lil Wayne and those guys came out, what they call Cash Money Boys, everyone started talking like them. You're in Canada, you're talking like, I don't know about there. You're talking about, they're talking like a Southern person. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? People started rapping. Their influence was so strong that people in New York started rapping like them.
That's true.
So you can't tell me that the influence of music is not that serious. It's very serious. It's disgustingly serious. It can make or break your society or your nation. So me now, if I was to gain power, you're not talking about skinning out your bum, your pussy's red and your body was pink. You're not doing that. I'm executing you on the spot. So y'all better know yourselves. Don't put me in power because you know what's going to happen.
I think we need you to be a part of some sort of like, I don't know.
No, I'm
Make your own
extreme.
party and-
I'm like Adolf Hitler.
Jeez.
I'm executing people. That's the only way it's going to work. You have to get rid of people and then control the media. And then, they did it to us.
Yeah, they did. In World War II? World War I?
No, forget all that World War shit. They did it to us. When Fred Hampton started talking about black power and we need to unite and do things in Chicago to make if they killed him. When the Africa movement in Philadelphia was doing their thing, and they're being peaceful, they just want their community to live right. They dropped a bomb on them. Huey P. Newton, they executed him. George and Jonathan Jackson killed him. Malcolm X, they killed him. They killed Martin Luther King, who's soft.
No, I'm not laughing because he's passed. I'm laughing because he's soft. That's a
Right?
remark.
So they kill. They do that
Soft but powerful.
When they see us doing shit that's good for our people, what do? They kill them.
Tory Lanez.
So if I was, I'm not putting him in the same category of what he's mentioned.
No?
How you can't put Tory Lanez in the same category as Malcolm X?
Go ahead, continue. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, you
after.
cannot talk. You can't put them in the same category. Are you crazy?
No.
Bob Marley killed him. They be killing our leaders, right? So if I was to gain power, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm executing people the same way the government. They showed us how they want to show us, like in Jamaica, they show us in storybooks. They show us Francis Drake, Bartholomew de las Casas. They show us Henry Morgan. These are pirates, and they tell us to observe this shit. Yo, look at the pirates. Look what they're doing. They're robbing ships. Why are you showing us that in school and expecting us to do better in school? What do you think's gonna happen? Those are the heroes?
We're gonna rob.
We're gonna rob and pillage.
Yeah.
And carry on the way they're carrying on. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy stuff.
They're showing us this. They show us Christopher Columbus and said, yo, he discovered. But the man's murdering, killing, and claiming other people's land. You're basically going to a man's block, boxing down the man, raping the women, taking all their drug sales, and saying it's mine, and parlaying it into an empire. Like you're friggin' Frank Lucas. And then you want me to friggin' sit there and you're giving me these as observations to look at as a young person, and I'm supposed to be a straight person and work a 9-to-5 job and not be a criminal? This is what's happening. Right? So it's crazy. It's very, very much so crazy. You know? But if it was me now, I'm executing people. That's just don't give me the power because you want to see bloodshed, and then when you see the bloodshed, people have to be quiet because I'm not playing.
The reason why I put Tory Lanez in that same aura as Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is because before this whole bullshit with Megan Thee Stallion, he figured out the NFT game and how to, make money without the labels. It's always been there though. Like the blueprint has always been there, but now it's somebody that has a voice saying, yo, this is the future. Guys, fuck the labels. Let's get this money direct to consumer. I don't think they like that. And I think that's where all of his issues stem from. And you see that pattern a lot of times. Like, I believe Prince was supposed to do a company with Jay-Z and Will Smith before he passed. Michael Jackson was about to buy Sony, I think, before he passed.
Yep.
Like, there's so many things that artists, when they figure out the cheat code, they die right after because it just might be a little bit too much for the majors. They know that, holy fuck, if this guy goes, he becomes a competitor. Why would they want to make another competitor? It's not built for that. It's not like back in the days where everybody is just hungry. Like I was watching a show called The Food That Built America. And these people from back in the day, like Heinz and Kellogg's and all those guys and Post, like Kellogg's and Post stole Kellogg's whole fucking play.
Yep.
Before Kellogg's had to take it from his own broski.
Yep.
And rebuilt the shit because his shit burnt down.
Yep.
And he wasn't trying to sell Kellogg's to the market to make bread. So imagine that in 19 how long? All that shit's happening. Everything is a circle. They don't want to give it like everybody. Like back then, I would feel that they were more cutthroat. They wanted the fucking competition. They want to take your shit. They want to see what you're doing and replicate it. Like that's what's so sick about them. But they always try to they make it different though. They make it unique. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they don't want to get fucking sued. I feel like nowadays though, especially with like music, it's like everybody wants to be the same. Young Thug is hot. You're gonna have a Canadian artist sound like Young Thug. You're gonna have another Canadian artist sound like him. And it's Young Thug's wave all over again. Melodic rap. No difference. Not like the 90s where niggas didn't want to swagger jack. Biting shit. Remember Raekwon's album? Niggas is like, yeah. Yo, they're like, yo, them niggas biting your shit, son. They got you biting your whole style, son. Like, and then niggas didn't understand the reason why you should not be biting niggas' styles, bro. It was a problem. Niggas will fuck you up for that. It's now accepted. Biting niggas' style.
So is in farming.
That too.
And body business.
That too.
It's all accepted. Everything that's bad is accepted now. So you again, when or if they were to give me power, execution style, kill every blood clot. Put the fear of God because niggas don't understand nothing but blood clot, bloodshed, and wickedness. They don't understand nothing else. You talk to them until you're weak. Tell them every single fact. They don't care. They still do the same negative shit until you put a fat one in them and make them or kill their friend in front of them because their friend is doing folly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tory Tory's a money making unit. I can't put him in the same category as Malcolm and Martin Luther King, but he did piss off. He's in the category of Prince in them. They're musicians. They're entertainers. Martin Luther King's not an entertainer. Malcolm X is not an entertainer. They got killed for speaking. Okay,
I see what you're saying. In that, yes, I do respect. Yeah, they're different in that regard for sure. They're definitely different in that regard.
Yeah, you can't compare those. There's two different things altogether. He's not speaking on behalf of. He's singing song and rapping, right?
Yeah.
Malcolm X chooses his words very wisely. So does Martin Luther King. You don't hear them talking foolishness ever. But Tory Lanez will sing a foolishness or rap a foolishness, which is not like, you know what I'm saying. That's what he does because he's, you know what I'm saying.
That's the business of things.
That's business, right?
Yeah,
so, but he put everybody onto the NFT thing and it shook the damn thing. And he's a stand-up youth, and I rate him.
Yeah.
And I say they should let him go free and don't go back to America again. Everybody who's from Canada needs to watch out for America because America's messed up.
Yeah, they're different still.
They'll deal with you bad. They want Canada to be a part of their thing because the American government people are still pissed off about when Canada beat America in the war, you know. They're not happy about that.
When did that happen?
You don't know about that?
Canada beat America in the war?
Yes, man.
Which war is this? 1812?
Yeah.
Really, Louis Riel?
Google it.
It had to be that. That's the only war that I remember, and I did a paper on it when I was a kid. Was Louis Riel's War of 1812? You're probably talking about that one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Louis Riel though. He's a goon.
He said, "You're not coming up here taking that shit. Are you crazy? Go back south. Turn them back. Everybody united. These are people that they don't talk about. The French, the English, the immigrants, the niggas that were over here, the Siberian natives, everybody united and setting them back.
Yep, it was U.S. versus Great Britain, which is obviously Canada.
It's Canada, yes.
The cause of the war were trade restrictions, impressment of sailors, support for indigenous resistance, and territorial ambitions. For some American factions eyed the annexation of Canadian territories.
Yep.
They had three major battles: Battle of Queenston Heights, the burning of Washington, and Battle of New Orleans.
Yeah, we went to Washington, the White House, and burned it down. You know that, right?
I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah, we burned down the White
British
House.
troops captured and set fire to multiple U.S. government buildings, including the White House.
Down the White House. Yeah, Canadians burned down the White House. It was Canadians. They're saying British, but it wasn't only British. It was Canadians.
It was Canadians, yes, it's Canadians, yes. Because back then it was
We burned down the White House.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
So, and they were pissed. Americans are still pissed about that. Don't get it twisted. The man from over here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about niggers, Indians, French, Scots, Irish, British went over there and burned down the White House. Burned it down to the ground.
I don't think people know that, or they forgot. People forgot.
Just go to the Niagara Falls on the Canada side. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see. It talks about the whole battle over there.
Oh yeah.
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 You know what? I'm gonna go over there because I'm going over there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take pictures and shit and show you.
And talk about it too.
Yeah,
Make
Lundy's Lane.
short.
Lundy's Lane.
Lundy's Lane. I know about Lundy's Lane. I know about that.
Lundy's Lane's a war ground. That's why you see tanks and shit over there.
Ooh. And that's our side or their side?
Our side.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go over there.
We dumped them in the river, man. The falls. We were dumping them in the falls, like killing them, flinging them over the falls, You're laughing. I'm being dead ass serious. You gotta do that to keep your sovereignty.
Mm-hmm. That is so crazy. The war fostered a sense of unity among the diverse inhabitants of British North America, which is Canadian nationalism.
They didn't like that shit. They don't like when Canadians go over there and get American green and come back over here with the American, the stronger money. They don't like that shit. They don't like when Jim Carrey does it. Michael Myers does it. Celine Dion does it. They don't like that shit. Tory Lanez does it. Drake does it. They don't like that shit.
So it always feels like a Canadian is always the head of something over there. Ryan Reynolds. And fucking, like big one too, right? There's a lot.
Bret Hart.
Yeah, Bret Hart.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Roddy Piper's Canadian?
Yeah, he's from Quebec.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Piper's Canadian, bro.
I love that guy, man.
Chris Jericho, Lance Storm, Chris Benoit, all Canadians.
Damn, bro. You gotta fucking give it up to Canada, man. Can't even lie, bro. As a born Canadian at that, gotta be proud of the little country we have still. We did a lot. We do a lot.
Canada's no joke, man. We beat up America. Yeah. How many other countries can say they did that?
Japan.
They lost. They got A-bombed. They did Pearl Harbor.
They did Pearl Harbor and dirty though, yeah.
But they got the bomb drop on their ass.
What about Iraq? What did Iraq do to them?
Americans killed Saddam Hussein or his twin or whatever the hell it was.
You
And we took all the gold. Huh?
You don't think that was him?
That wasn't him. You know what problem is? People don't remember when they went on CNN and said the many faces of Saddam Hussein.
I do remember that.
And he was sitting at that table with 12 of them. Which one's the real Saddam? And you're like, holy crap.
I do remember that, yo.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Exactly. You see? People forgot. So okay, you really killed Saddam? I don't think so. Even the person that was talking in court, I'm like, that's not Saddam. He looks slow. That's an inbred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't Saddam. But they're going to say that he did. So they took his gold.
Yeah.
He had fortunes full of gold. America has it now. Or not, I shouldn't say America. The District of Columbia has it. And Vietnam, they lost that war.
They lost Vietnam War?
Yeah, man. They got their ass handed. America's got their ass handed to them.
By the Vietnamese?
What? They whoop their ass, man. You can't go in those jungles and act like you're wicked. Niggas end up staying there.
Do they make? Did they like? I know they made a lot of movies on that. Like what was it?
Platoon.
Platoon was about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now as well.
What?
Apocalypse Now is also about the Vietnam War, or no?
I don't know about that one.
Apocalypse Now. That one was with who made that? Steven Spielberg, I think. Apocalypse Now. But you said Platoon.
Platoon.
Was that a happy ending? Did the Americans try to soften that shit up?
No, the man, the sergeant, they're selling each other out. Two sergeants didn't get along. One left, one back, and then the guy who was cool got killed. In the scene, got shot. And one the young guy was like, "No, my boss!" There's a big crying baby scene, and the man dropped down. He's dead, and they flew out. And then the youth that was his guy ratted him out. Said, yo, that guy sergeant killed him, and they fought, and then he stabbed him. But yeah, they got their ass handed to them. They got destroyed. They went in there as a platoon to go. They didn't. Okay, that whole war is over opium, you know.
For real?
Heroin. Yeah. What? Okay. Why in Vietnam? Why? Tell me. You don't even know why.
Yeah.
Why in North Korea? Why? You don't even know why. Afghanistan. Why there? It's freaking heroin, opiates.
Really?
Okay, let's look at the war. When did heroin and crank and these things start coming about? During the Vietnam War.
And this, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Fuck. What?
They split up the North and the South. So they were giving power to one side and messing with the North.
That was a 10-year, that was a 5-7, that's 20-year war.
Yeah. And they lost that war. They got the dead people and vegetables and amputees.
But this is, so North Vietnam was backed by Russia and China.
Yep.
And South Vietnam was backed by United States and other communist allies. And the victory went for North Vietnam, like you said. Holy fuck.
So Ho Chi Minh. All right, so watch this. Stokely Carmichael. You know who that is?
No.
You know who Stokely Carmichael is?
He sounds familiar, but no, I don't.
He changed his name to oh my God, my brain is not functioning. Anyway, Stokely Carmichael. He's from Trinidad.
So that's what I'm saying. He definitely sounds familiar.
Okay, you know that phrase "Black Power."
Yeah.
He's the one who invented it.
Oh, really?
He was close friends with Martin Luther King and Malcolm. Stokely Carmichael. Anyways, he went to North Vietnam, with Ho Chi Minh, the leader, and they sat down and said, "Comrade," and they were working together during the Vietnam War,
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Black Power movement, 1966.
Yes, that's him, man.
March Against Fear in Mississippi. Carmichael popularized the
Was down
slogan, Black Power, advocating for racial
All
pride.
right. He's from where?
He's from Trinidad.
Okay.
He's from Port of Spain.
Yes.
He immigrated to the U.S. when he was 11 and settled in the Bronx. Oh, wow.
Stokely Carmichael, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. You gotta know about these people, bro. So, yeah, he was up there, man. And he gave a speech about the shit. He's like, yo, they said the North Vietnamese are short, but they are fearless. They are fearless. He said America broke the places up, turned to North and South. It wasn't North and South, It was just Vietnam.
Yeah, like as a one.
Yeah.
And then they divide. They cause a divide.
Korea is Korea, It turned to North and South in the Korean War.
Damn that too?
Yes.
Holy shit. So why does U.S. do these things? Like, why do they just go in places and fucking fuck them up?
It's not the U.S., It's a group of people that run the U.S. It's banksters and expensive families and Zionists. These people run the U.S. It's not friggin' the U.S. is a corporation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And everybody's an employee of the corporation.
Correct.
And there's so many corporations in the U.S. So it's like Walmart, McDonald's. These are all corporations that are in the U.S. that help out the U.S.
Per capita.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it is.
So once they say, yo, going back to the Vietnam, if the powers that be says, yo, there's fucking lots of fucking opium there. Like, I went to go talk to these guys.
They took it all.
We want it.
Afghanistan.
Figure that out.
Same thing. Afghanistan. They went to Afghanistan, did the same thing. They wanted their women and they wanted the opium.
Interesting.
Colombia.
Coke.
Same thing. Opiates.
Opiates, yeah.
The whole of what do you call South America. They were down there. Panama. Look at Panama. They had the canal now. They can just bring the coke on a boat, They owned the canal, one time. America owned it, Did you know that?
Yeah, yes, I heard about that, yeah.
Panama had to take it back, Yeah. Noriega. Emmanuel Noriega ran that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Bush turned on him. And he's like, yo, how can you turn on me? We were making money together. How are you turning on me? He goes, yeah, come get me then. Fuck you. And they captured him. The old people sold him out and now he's in jail.
Wow. Give me, before you get out of here, I know you have to do your little studio stuff. What was Iran contraband? Iran Contra. What was it all about?
The video game or the war?
The war.
Iran.
Iran. There's this thing. I'm pretty sure you heard about it. It's Iran Contra, some sort of disagreement. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. They wanted oil. And they killed the leader. What's his name? Oh my God. And they replaced him with the Shah of Iran. And the Shah was a murderous son of a bitch. He was just killing people. But the guy before him was gonna take the oil and make the people of Iran, which is Persia, be the owners of oil. So we can't sell the oil unless we give the people a piece. That's how he was trying to do it. Nationalize it. And America said, yeah, that's what you want to do? That's when they built the Contra. The Contra was a group of people that went in to go kill him.
Oh, really?
They went in and they started coups
Uh-huh.
and turned the people against them. Propaganda. But you start with propaganda, then they bring in the military, but in small little set fragments. That's why the Contra video game is like, it's a 2 men
Yeah, yeah.
with enough lives.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So it ties. It definitely. So okay. So this is busting my head right now. So you're saying the Contra game actually really ties into the Iran Contra affair?
Yeah, and on top of that, it has to do with I'm gonna sound crazy saying this shit. Jesus Christ, alien technology.
The Contra?
Yeah, Persia had alien technology because in the ancient days, the Anunnaki, the writings on the wall, they left certain materials back that can like blow up like laser shits, and they had it over there, and America wanted it. These people had it hidden in caves, and they're like, "No, we want it. We want all that shit." So Contra, if you look at the video game Contra, what are they fighting against? You played Contra before, right?
Yeah.
It's aliens. It's technology.
The whole thing was aliens, because I remember there was one particular game that was just really about aliens. Like I think that was like part 3. But was Contra 1 down to the fighting of aliens?
Yeah. They had to kill an alien, the mother, to win the battle. The last stage is the alien thing.
Jeez.
And robots. So like robots. Technology.
Yes, technology, yes. They're fighting against technology. Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Oh my God. I have not even thought about it. That is crazy. By the way, Contra is a 1987 video game that Nintendo had put out. I guess it was developed by Konami, guys, if you guys are too young for this stuff. This is very, 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 very,
Up,
very
up,
funny.
down, left, right, B-A, select, start.
Yep, the Konami code.
Yep.
A man has that tatted on him. I'm like, this guy's wild. What?
Dumbass.
Contra was that inspirational for you to put a tattoo on your body? It's interesting stuff.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
even-
It ain't no joke.
Nah, yeah.
Contra was serious because
Contra was
I used to
serious.
play that game with my man Eddie, and my man Dwayne Tennyson, Jane Carey, and I got so good at this shit that I could go through the whole shit without dying once.
You can do that now? You think you can do that now?
No, I'd have to have the exact Nintendo controller. And
Okay.
it would have to work good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It can't be like if I move back, it doesn't want to move back. It wants to delay. You can't do that because if you do that, I'm going to die. So it has to be a good controller that works good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I can do it.
I would love to see you play Contra.
I'll finish the whole game. That's my shit. There's 3 games I don't lose in.
Okay.
Street Fighter, any version. Doesn't matter what version.
We're talking even the Street Fighter, even the Versus series.
Yeah,
Okay.
even the newest one,
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
the PS5.
Yeah, even 6.
You don't want to play me in that.
Street Fighter 6.
Don't want to play me in that.
I think I'm gonna want to play in that still. I'll bring it. Don't worry. Don't you? Yeah, next time you come, I'm bringing it.
You don't want to do that to yourself.
All right.
You're gonna get mad.
Okay.
I've been in rooms with people who are running off their mouth talking to you. I'm like, yo, listen, you don't want to. That's one game you're not gonna play me in and win.
Okay. Okay. What else?
Double dribble.
Double dribble in NES game.
Yeah, you don't want to play me in that.
Double dribble.
I'm cheap and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna throw a beer. I'm gonna just throw 3 points on you, and I'm stealing the ball every time you try to pass. I know how to steal when my guys are all the way down at the bottom, and your guys at the top. I know how to steal the ball when you pass it up top, and I'm done. I'm at the bottom. There's nobody of my teammates over there. Yeah, I'm gonna teeth it from you, and I'm gonna run across there and shoot it. Boop.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen to you. You get mad. Be like, well, he's cheating. And I'm like, yeah, he's cheating, but I found the code. Double dribble, Street Fighter, and No Mercy.
WWF No Mercy.
Yep. You don't want to play me in that. Only
WWF
only
No
one
Mercy.
person beat me. It's bigger, and he made me throw my fucking. But I beat him so bad. I abused him for about 6 months straight on the game, abusing. And one day I did something fucked up to him. We always play pay-per-views, right? So
Yeah.
I'd be like, one day I did this. I made a faction without telling him. So I created Booker T, Stevie Ray, Butch Reed, Abdul the Butcher, bunch of black guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the last match, it was a ladder match to win the world title.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked Rhino, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had Raven. No, he had Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron Simmons is going to the top row, going to get the thing. He's like, yo, stop him. What are you doing? Why are you attacking me? Stop him. Stop him. He's in the world title. And then it dawned upon him. He started thinking about what was going on for the whole pay-per-view. Every black person won a belt. And the last was the world title. And he wouldn't talk. He said, you didn't talk to me for like about 2 weeks. Every time I see him, I'm like, yo, come, let's go play. He goes, yo, don't talk to me. He was so mad. So he goes, because you made your own little crick, you made your own nation of domination, you have to make something for me then. And that's the only way I'm going to play you. So who you want me to make? He goes, make the Ravens flock. I'm like, what? Fine, I'll do it. Because I just wanted to play with him. But he was pissed. You know, I didn't know that he was that mad. He was so mad that he was just thinking in his brain strategy after strategy. And I made the Raven flock so good. I made them better than my guys. Yo. Pay-per-view up. Every belt's on the line.
I would love to see you play the new version of wrestling. They have a chat. They have like a management, like a WWE management, where you have to do the whole. And I'm pretty sure it was back in SmackDown vs. Raw, but like you can actually like plan out the whole show.
Yeah.
And like you have to like win
I
stars.
want to play it so bad. I just don't have time. I want to play that so bad. I have a PS5 at my house. It just sits down collecting dust. I'm about to have to give it to somebody. I don't fucking play the damn thing.
Give it to me for streaming purposes.
I go to my friend's house.
Yeah.
He Carl, and he likes to play Street Fighter, so we play Street Fighter over there.
Okay.
He's
sick.
good, but
Not better than you. Listen, man. Let me get you out of here, man. Listen, it's the Man Them Show. It's your boy Vegas and Lord Fury. You already know.
That's right.
Drop a verse, man.
I split MCs like personalities. I blast MCs the same way Christ blasted those bastard Pharisees. Blasphemies are bitches doing tricks for rich desires, and Samson's locks got chopped by a bitch named Delilah.
Amen.
My third eye's wise to analyze white lies. Black guys are hypnotized, mentally paralyzed. Wise, dready. I'm not a rat race. Don't bet me. Satan sent Jason and Freddy to behead me. Jason ran and left me my machete. Chop Freddy. You got 13 nightmares on my street. I'm deadly. You get me?
You're too sick. That's off the top?
Yeah.
You're too sick, B. I want to be like you, bro. But we out of here, man. One.